GME GameStop stock. So on the technicals, it looks like we might be getting a bullish consolidation breakout today. And this comes on the back of some pretty big news. I mean, we saw DFV, Deep Effing Value from WallStreetBets, double down right after the congressional hearing. And that's what led into the huge green bull flag breakout last time. And then this time his options were expiring worth like 7 million, and he did not sell them for cash. He exercised the options. He's holding all the shares. He has a ridiculous number of GameStop shares now. And then plus he bought some more. And I think the funniest comment I saw was, I'm not a doctor, but I think this man has double down syndrome or like quadruple down or whatever. Um, but yeah, anyway, that's the big news is, just DFV is exercising and holding ridiculous shares and increasing his positions. And so there's new hype coming in. And so we'll see if the hype or the technical structure is like what's happening or both. But that's the look. Let's take a look at the chart. Stop. This is maybe a little breakout here. Let's take a look at this chart. I'm on a 30-minute. This is the chart including the bubble from January. So what we have over the last month or month and a half is a big consolidation near this 194 neckline that we got. This is like the bottom neckline on the previous bubble top. And it's just tons of action around this 194. But it looks like we've consolidated down into a point here as of Friday. And now the Monday chart looks like it's breaking out. And we'll see if we backtest this thing and hold it up here. So this looks like a pretty generic kind of bull flag consolidation with a bullish breakout. And so what you want on a bullish breakout is up, and then you come back and backtest it, maybe twice, right? And then you go for the takeoff, right? Then you do a bullish move. We have longer term kind of support coming in underneath here, which it's not like a bubble takeoff kind of trend line. It's just like a generic support line. And that, keeps us in this 60-ish range for another month or something before this trend line would push us through the neckline. But what I'm looking for now this week is to see if we can come down here, test this wedge. We're almost to the end of it, so a back test would actually need to be pretty quick. It probably wouldn't be two of them. So yeah, that's the look for today and tomorrow, pretty much, to see if we back test this thing, maybe back in the 150 area. Where are we now? 165. Yeah, so let's see if we get a back test and hold here, and then the big deal is this 194 neckline. It's very difficult to get through this thing. Like, we keep hitting it. And then when we finally did get through it the first time, just immediately like dropping and smashing back into it and then get trapped underneath it again. So yeah, this does look like a bullish, consolidation breakout right here, but the 194 is a big deal, and it's right here. So that's the thing to watch. Do we get the back test? Can we break through the 194? And if we don't break through the 194, then it looks like we're going to be just like consolidating in here for another month. If we do break through the 194, it opens up the whole chart. And we have a neckline at 333. We have the previous top around 500 somewhere. And so that's kind of the look for GME is can we break out now to keep consolidating? But it does look like bullish structure. It looks like a big bull flag here. And then we've got support coming in not too far underneath. So yeah, that's kind of the look for GME versus the general market, which is doing, let me go to an hour, which is doing some bearish looking stuff now. So we did get into the bull channel again last week, and we got support on the bottom of the bull channel, which is kind of the boring bullish look for the general market. And then a pretty good bull run across the channel to the top. But we ran into resistance here at the top. So on the general market this week, we want to see if this little bull channel top holds us, if we can bull through it, and then let me get out to a wider chart. So the market does look, I mean, the action looks super bullish. It looks like margin loans are flowing, even though you don't really get a bunch of data on that because as we saw with the Archegos, a ton of the margin loans that are coming into the market, it's all these international hedge funds, international banks. They're doing margin loans on swaps, and there's no data on it. They don't have to report all that stuff. So yeah, when the Archegos fund blew up, we got to see how they were getting all their margin loans through swaps, and it was billions and billions of dollars that was all like hidden and non-reported. But you can see the big bull channel back here is, you know, since 2008, we've never even attempted to get out of the top of this big bull channel. And so the little bull channel now is driving right up into this big bull channel over the next month or two. And we did do a little false breakout on this bull channel. It wouldn't surprise me to get above this one, but it's going to be major resistance if we get up to this one. Around 43, 44 is going to be big time resistance. And then I guess the risk on the market is exactly what I was just saying. Those margin loans that you can't see, you don't know which banks they're coming from. It's a bunch of off the books swaps, stuff going on behind the scenes with all these international banks and margins and stuff like that. That's the big risk to the market, is similar to the 2000 COVID crash. Is just if you get a big contraction in the international monetary system, like we did this is a big repo market contraction that we got during the COVID crash. It screws up all of those loans. Margin becomes unavailable, you know, and then we're up here with no new money coming into the market, kind of overextended. That's where the market could get in trouble, but it's really hard to see that coming because there's really no data on that, like when it could happen or whatever. So that's it just for now. It's an overextended kind of move and a rejection, and it can get more overextended. We got another channel up here. I've been pointing at this kind of area that's above this bull channel but below the other one as kind of a spot that I think the market wants to go to, because it looked like it wanted to break out. If we get into like an hourly chart, you can see here when we were grinding and we did this reversal here, there was just a little tiny false breakout move here. So it does look like the market wants to break above this blue line, and yeah, we'll just have to see. I have like a little bit of a sort of a bullish trend that is going here. We'll see it. We'll see if this, you know, swings and we can get above, just get in between here in this zone. That's kind of what I think the market wants to do. But it can definitely break down. I know Bitcoin did a big down move this weekend that surprised a lot of people. I'll do a separate video on Bitcoin. But for now, it looks like the meme stocks are consolidating and potentially breaking out. And it looks like the S&P is at another resistance level. And yeah, that's a bigger down move. Like on the bottom of the channel, we got a rejection, but it was kind of a small one. It didn't really consolidate. It just went and smashed through. And that was over, I believe this happened over weekend trading here. Yeah. Yeah, like this all happened on like a long weekend. So it was not much going on, but since we've gotten into this bull channel here, that's the story now. It's just we're in the bull channel. Okay, so I mean, do we stay in the bull channel? That's just like normal bullish, but it's pretty steep, so it's pretty bullish. If we break out of the top, it gets really bubbly and crazy. Or if we break underneath again, we have to start taking a look at bearish options again. So I was looking at this like what, 2 weeks ago. There's this big convergence of lines that I thought was pretty dangerous looking to the bear side, but nothing of the sort. So we still have these lines, the bottom of the big bull channel. We still have this downward bearish trend line that we painted back here. So those could come into play later if we get bearish moves, but for now that's it. We're just in the little bull channel, and just kind of seeing if we can hit the top or if we get rejected or whatever. That's just kind of the look for the general market. Relatively bullish. And then there's not a whole lot of other super interesting stuff. Like most of the stocks are just kind of chopping around sideways right now. So I think that's good for now. Just kind of a look at the meme stocks in the general market. Not investment advice, just kind of, there's not even much going on except I guess this GME trade. If it can do a nice looking bullish back test here, that could be a good bullish entry on a GME trade. And then, oh yeah, of course, the big story on GME. I guess I'll do this in the intro, but DFV exercised all of his options, held all the shares. So he has a ridiculous number of GME shares now, and also bought more. So like the WallStreetBets crowd is saying like he quadrupled down. So it's kind of a hypey thing that could be part of this move to open this morning as well. So this is an interesting thing to watch. And that'll probably do. That's good enough. Let's do something else. Let's do a separate video on Bitcoin.